What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Masters Fantasy Show. As always, brought to you by MastersFantasyFootballLeagues.com. My name is Jonathan, aka the commish here at Masters. Joining me today, as always, my right-hand man, senior draft coordinator here at Masters, Ryan Milletti, DOC. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great, Commish.
Good
I'm
to
doing
hear.
great.
I'm going to need you in top-notch form here shortly.
I'm getting mentally prepared every day. I'm just thinking about it.
That's what's up, man. Draft season's here. Me and this guy are going to be working, 12, 14-hour days together, running all your guys' fantasy drafts. Not complaining. It's one of my favorite things to do. I love the drafting season. MastersFantasyFootballLeagues.com. Currently, we're already running drafts 7 nights a week. So if you're looking to draft, definitely check us out. With that said, though, man, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're going to talk about dynasty football wide receivers, looking for some value picks, maybe a sleeper. I'm going to pass it over to you, Doc. Who's on your radar at the wide receiver position?
So I kind of bounce back and forth between two guys. So I'll just be brief with both of them because I think both of them are going to end up doing a little better than they're supposed to. The first guy is Brandon Ayuk, a guy that's still very young, very talented, had some injuries at the start of the year last year. Denver never quite got going. But, I mean, as it stands right now, as far as I know, Deebo Samuel still wants to be traded unless that's changed, which I don't think it has. So until that changes, I mean, Ayuk's number one behind George Kittle. And he's still, like I said, a young guy with a ton of potential. And if you're, pretty heavy on Trey Lance and you think he's going to be something special, then you really should probably consider investing in Brandon Ayuk because, I mean, you look at dynasty rankings, he's like way down the list, like in the 50s, because he was so bad last year. But a year, like you go even to the offseason last year, he was valued so highly. So, I mean, I think the talent's there. We've seen him produce. Deebo was so good last year that I think everyone cooled off completely on Ayuk. I still think there's a lot to like about him, and there's always a chance that Deebo's not even on the team come the start of the season. Yeah. I don't really think that'll be the case, but there is always that chance that he holds firm and wants out of there. And my second guy is Allen Lazard. And I know a lot of people are talking about Christian Watson. He's the rookie. He's super talented, far better receiving prospect than Allen Lazard. But Lazard's got that. I mean, it's chemistry. When you look at the receivers on that team, Valdez-Scantling gone, Adams gone, Tunyon's going to be coming back from injury. Allen Lazard is it. He's the only one that's like been there and gone through it with Aaron Rodgers. So even though Watson, I think, is a better long-term, he's a rookie, he's more talented. Allen Lazard's going to get you plenty of points week in and week out. And I think he's going to end up the number one receiver for the Packers, which is probably going to be pretty good. Though it won't be Devontae Adams levels. I mean, I just think there's a lot to like. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
We think.
Yeah. And honestly, Lazard is still, he's another one that's only 26 years old. Like he's still got a lot left in the tank, big body, touchdown target kind of guy. I think he can be a really sneaky receiver for some people, and he's not getting talked about nearly enough.
Yeah, not as much on Ayuk, although I completely understand what you're saying, right. Especially if Deebo is not there.
That's more, that's correct. Kind of the reason.
I mean, if that happens, this guy's value is going to skyrocket. On Lazard, man, and I'd recently seen, I think it was a couple weeks ago, Rodgers co-signed what you just said. Some of it could have just been camp talk, talking some of his guys up. But Rodgers said, look, man, I'm excited for Lazard to get his opportunity to be my number one wide receiver. He's always been kind of a team guy, a hold it together glue guy, and these are Aaron Rodgers' words, not mine.
Yeah.
But he said, look, I'm really excited about, Lazard getting a chance to be the number one in this offense. And that's all I needed to hear for me to love Lazard. And I'll be honest, I went through some of my dynasty teams, and he's a free agent on some of them. I'm looking at picking him up in the rookie draft this year.
Yeah, it's funny because I had Lazard.
I
on
mean,
a couple of dynasty teams, I thought about just cutting him before they traded Adams because I was
some
like, well,
people did. So keep an eye out. I mean, this guy may just be on your waiver wire.
yeah.
And
I wouldn't mind a rookie expansion draft. Take him in whenever. Honestly, he's worth it.
And I've been kind of wondering. I've been looking at some of those leagues. Like, I mean, I got like the 2.4 and the 2.6, and I don't know where he's going to go. But
I don't either.
I'm like, I would definitely take him at the 2.4, the 2.6. I'm like, I've been wondering, should I package those and maybe get a little bit higher up to get Lazard? And I'll just say another strategy I like about that too, in best ball leagues. Because I have done I've done quite a few best ball leagues this year. I've been grabbing both of them, and it's been somewhere like around 8 and 9. I've been trying to grab Lazard in the 8th and then come right back in the 9th and pick up Watson.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, every time I do it, like I'm just sitting over here with the biggest smile on my face.
I love that strategy. I'm one of those guys is going to be really good.
I keep
thinking they have to be.
And maybe it's just me, but I imagine like all the other 11 guys, when they see me doing that, they're like all kicking themselves. And they're handing me the trophy from their living room.
Yes.
And probably none of that's happened. That's just how I felt. I think it's a great strategy at best ball. I think in redraft leagues coming up too, dude, if you could grab both of them,
you're going to get a number 1 receiver in the 8th or 9th round
for sure. I mean, look, I understand none of these guys are Devontae Adams,
right?
Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. That hasn't changed. I mean, this dude can ball, and maybe they're not going to put Devontae Adams numbers. Maybe Aaron Rodgers doesn't win another MVP this year. I promise you, this is just my opinion. From week to week, I don't know which one it's going to be. I give Lazard the edge too. Aaron Rodgers is going to have a number 1 wide receiver, that's cracking the top 12, top 10. He's going to have some weeks. I mean, probably higher than that, top 3.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Rodgers,
it's not like
man.
I'm telling people to go get Amari Rodgers as a receiver for the Packers. Like, this is a guy that, when Adams has been out in the past, he has produced.
Yeah.
He's produced well.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I all the signs point to Lazard being a lot bigger piece than, a lot of the Watson fans want him to be.
Rodgers endorsed him as his number 1, man. So
that's all I need to hear.
I think out the gate, Aaron Rodgers is going to try to make that happen. Now, if it doesn't happen, I mean, that's fine. But I do think Aaron Rodgers' intentions coming into this season is for Allen Lazard to be his number 1 wide receiver. And I mean, if you could get this guy in the 8th, 9th, 7th in the rookie draft, go get him, man. I love it. I'm with you 100% on that. Just like in the other shows, most recent dynasty draft we had here was about 2 weeks ago, just finished up the other day. I went through and I found wide receivers that were drafted the closest together in that draft. Obviously, a lot of the same upside, and these are some tough decisions. But hey, these are going to be decisions you guys have to make in your upcoming drafts. So we're going to pick Doc's brain, see who he gives the edge to. This first one going to be kind of tough, Doc. The other ones I did too. And this one, I actually found 3 guys that were drafted back to back to back. So I'm going to have you put them in your order, how you would take them in upcoming dynasty drafts. At 2.4, we had A.J. Brown. At 2.5, we had T. Higgins. And at 2.6, we had Deebo Samuel. Did they get the order correct? And which order would you draft them in?
I think, yeah. I think that's how I probably would have drafted him. Had there been no question marks on Deebo, I think he would probably just slide ahead of AJ Brown for me. But with all the things up in the air, I think that's the right order.
Okay. Well, that makes that easy enough. No concerns about AJ, because I know you're not the biggest Jalen Hurts fan.
Yeah, I'm not.
Still taking it?
I mean, I just don't want to put T. Higgins one out of those 3. I think he's firmly in the middle. And I think they can use AJ Brown in a variety of ways and be creative with him. I'm not high on Hurts as a thrower. I think he's not, but I also wasn't really high on Tannehill as a thrower.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm more worried about AJ Brown's injuries than anything. I'm starting to, switch Deebo and AJ Brown.
Okay.
That's my order.
Yeah.
Lock it in.
I think you have to, just based
Yeah.
on production and what Debo did last year.
I know he's not going to get, or he doesn't want to do the running portion, but he doesn't need to. He produced like a top level receiver anyways without the rushing.
I like it. All right, next one. 3.8 and the 3.9. 3.8, we got Michael Pittman. At the 3.9, DJ Moore.
I'll go Michael Pittman.
Okay, me too. I'm on
Pittman. I like DJ Moore as a player. We've talked about him a lot because, you know, Dynasty Al loves himself a little DJ Moore. But I mean, I love Matt Ryan in that Colts offense, and I think Michael Pittman's going to take a big step. This is his year to like kind of assert himself as the number one, and this is the best quarterback he's ever going to have. So
yeah,
that he's had, not he's ever going to have.
And I think it's really close, but I'm going to go with you. I think over the next couple of years with Matt Ryan, I think you can give Pittman, you know, a pretty clear edge, you know, over DJ Moore with Baker Mayfield. Probably Baker Mayfield or Darnold.
Or Darnold, starts.
I don't really care.
Matt Corral.
Yeah, or Corral. Although I'm interested to see if Baker can turn it around, and obviously Brown's healthy here. But I mean, one thing I always said with Baker, man, just turns the ball over too much, man. He just can't win like that. Edge to Pittman. I'm going with you on that one too. Last one, 4.11, 4.12. Deontay Johnson at the 4.11 or Chris Godwin at the 4.12.
Wow. That's very interesting. I think I'm gonna go Godwin. I know Brady's not gonna be there much longer. I know he's coming off injury, all that stuff. Deontay Johnson I like, but I think no matter what, Godwin's gonna probably have a quarterback I like more than who Deontay Johnson's gonna have. And I also think the Steelers are gonna kind of get back to the old Steelers way of just running the ball down your throat, you know, AFC North kind of football. They've upgraded the O-line. I think they want to take pressure off Trubisky or Pickett, whichever one, and then, you know, let Najee get a ton of carries. So to me, I think I value Chris Godwin just a touch higher.
Got it. I like it. Good reasoning there.
Thank you.
And I mean, at least for this season, you know that Godwin has Brady.
That's always big. I don't know who's going to be playing quarterback for Deontay Johnson.
I don't know either. Although I will say this is completely off topic. I actually took Pickett in some super flex leagues. Took him earlier than I wanted to. I really needed a quarterback.
I don't hate that though.
And my reasoning behind it, and I hate to say this as a Browns fan, but I kept sitting there thinking it. You know what? I trust the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I honestly feel the same way. That's just how they do things. Yeah. Like they don't mess up those picks for whatever reason. They seem to knock those picks out of the park. So, and Pickett's like a solid player. Like he can honestly come in and play. You know, he's more pro ready than a lot of these guys. So I can't fault him. He'll probably be good.
I just kept going back to that in my head. Like, man, I trust these guys. I trust them. I trust them to develop Pickett, and I trust them to develop second and third round wide receivers. And, you know, I expect, I trust them to just have playmakers come out of everywhere. Like, I don't know. I just trust them, man. And
they're very good at what they do, and they do it very consistently. Like every year they do it where you're like, it's another good pick.
Yeah. Trubisky does scare me a little bit though. I mean, who knows, man? He drug the Bears to the playoffs, didn't he?
I do think he'll be like probably a little better than what we saw his last time out in Chicago, but long term, I'm not too worried. I don't even think the Steelers, like, unless he just absolutely lights the world on fire. They're gonna stick with Pickett over him.
All right, good stuff. A little off topic there, but
that's all right.
I just wanted you to make me feel good about my Pickett selection.
I hope I did that.
Appreciate it. Thanks for watching. If you could hit the like and subscribe button, love for you to come be a part of the Masters family. 15 years of business, 700 Dynasty leagues, thousands of redrafts every year. Definitely come check us out. Any last words, Doc?
Thanks for watching, folks.
Thanks for watching, guys.